Les Paul, the mightiest of guitars. Maybe?
Could be.
I don't know. The most visceral of guitars. I was thinking about it a little bit on the way over.
I probably should have.
Yeah, and a lot of it, especially when you're young, just as the aesthetics, you know, and there's something so pleasing about that. And, you know, my guitar mentor, that guy Scott Miller that got me so hyped on guitar, was a Les Paul guy. Yeah. Big fan of Jimmy Page, had Jimmy Page posters everywhere. Yeah. He liked Ace Frehley as well. So you know, very Les Paul oriented. Liked a lot of Thin Lizzy type stuff, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of that, you know, there's a lot of Les Pauls in his world. So that was what I wanted. And so my first guitar was the Lotus Les Paul, which was not set neck, but it was, it was a cheapo, but it was cool. But I just wanted it to look like that, you know? So anyway, Les Pauls are, I think we all know, amazing guitars. Yeah. And so we decided to gather our group together and test them out and see what's what.
That's right.
Quick note about community. I think that this particular video highlights something that we've found to be pretty cool. Was we just got a group of our guys in our local area that play guitar and are into gear and into talking about guitar stuff. Yep. And kind of created a text thread and just kind of
we've been into that for, I don't know, well over a year, I guess.
It's been a while.
And so invited all those guys to come over. We couldn't get them all at the same time, but a couple different times of the day, they all came on the same day. We ran through some stuff and tried to run the guitars through their paces, do them one after another, and kind of the results were, I guess, not too surprising, but
interesting.
Interesting enough, yeah.
Especially to see things back to back.
Right.
A lot of times you can play a guitar and then play a different guitar weeks later, and you don't quite have a great calibration.
Nobody has a good memory for that sort of thing. So.
Yeah, and so the thought here was to get a group of people together, group of guitars, play some riffs, some stuff that we could kind of pit guitars side by side and see what the differences were. And I think the results are kind of cool to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And especially the same guitar in two different people's hands and how different that sounds.
That really is.
Very surprising. First up, we got Sammy Mitchell, who brought his Goldtop that to me was probably the first Les Paul I really kind of fell in love with. I started playing it with him when we were playing together at church, and it's such an odd guitar for me. The baseball bat neck, and it's really just, thick. You know, I'm such a Strat type person anyway, it was just weird. But something about it, man, just had me. And in Sam's hands, it just, I mean, it's just magic.
It really suits him.
In your face.
Sam.
Yeah.
The Ernie ball controls the wet-dry ratio.
Here?
Yeah.
What kind of voodoo is going on here?
It's all a little weird, but
this is not a Tune-O-Matic like I know.
It is not.
That's different. Totally different thing, man. this silent cable.
Yes.
Nice.
Necessary.
This is thunkier than mine.
Keep going.
Thunkier. We don't know what's in this.
I don't.
What's it
He knows,
doing?
That knows. I don't.
I'll look at it. That is shallower pickups that
Okay.
came with them back then. Yeah.
A lot darker too.
Uh-huh.
But there's something I like about the pickups too. I mean,
It's treble bleeds.
That makes sense.
oh,
So it's cutting off the low frequencies.
Yeah, we're rolling off as you volume back.
It cuts off lows. as
It
well.
cuts the lows more aggressively
Yeah.
than the highs, which is great for a Les Paul
Especially
because
the neck pickup
yes.
too.
woolly,
Yeah.
right? Both pickups. This is like same settings.
whoa.
Compensate the volume to get closer. You can. Back off the neck a little bit more. That's better.
Jim and I disagree on many things. One of them is our ability to keep guitars in tune.
Well, for those of us who actually bend the G string,
Got him. That's middle. No, that was neck.
That's the neck. It's the middle.
can you give me a little more bridge pickup? I just want to hear it real fast. Just a hair less.
Wow.
It's
wow.
Smacky.
yeah.
Smacky.
Jim's touch is always interesting to me. He's not your traditional rock player, and so watching him work with a Les Paul is always interesting to me. I remember distinctly the first time I saw him playing Sam's Les Paul, he had it kind of up high, which was just odd looking to me, but I mean, his whole approach is just so different. It was really cool to watch him do his thing.
Super punchy. Like sitting here, you don't feel it there. Fix that. Dude, your frets are green.
I know it needs new frets real bad.
No, it needs just to be clean.
Again.
Interesting to see.
Warm.
It's almost more like the 345.
Yeah. That might be why I like it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then, of course, the surprise, the curveball at the end of the day, Brant was working, so he couldn't show up while everyone was here. Sam had to peel off, and then we hung around with Jim a little longer, and then he left, and then Brant came later. And Brant's been the kind of the outlier of the group because he, in his mind, is a drummer primarily. And I suppose he is, but he's such a great guitar player that to me it's just kind of like
crazy good.
whatever, you know?
Yep.
And so he rolls in late with his Les Paul and just shreds, just melts faces. It was crazy.
And the thing is, we didn't change the settings on the amp. We did, I think he stepped on the overdrive pedal to get some more gain, but it sounded like an entirely different rig.
Totally.
And that was the only change.
Yeah.
I don't have anything prepared.
Me neither.
And I haven't been able to get down with like brand new guitars, you know.
No.
Beat up, you know.
Hell with that.
Like a baseball glove or something. Like, I want to
Exactly.
beat up. I was gonna preface, and I didn't, but that I am a drummer.
Yeah.
This is a hobby. There are no expectations.
There are no
And I'm out of practice on drums too. R 498T,
Okay.
and I tried all kinds of things, and these, you know, sometimes you get pickups and it's one you had before and liked, you know, and you put it in, you're like, I don't
Doesn't
like
work on this guitar, right?
Yeah, one thing I want to try in the bridge is a JB. I've never had a JB in this guitar, and they're good.
Yeah.
Always trying to change stuff. Like, this is fine, you know, but I'll change it.
Yeah.
And these are heavily white spotted.
Which you did yourself.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And if you do it yourself, you can, you know, gauge like how much. Like, I just pack them till it's overflowing. I let it dry. You know, I don't care. I'll tape up this so they won't leak out the holes. Like, they are packed. So, you know, that might kill something.
Or make it better. I don't know.
But, you know, like as far as chambering and everything, like
Because
I have a story about a Les Paul we got at Parker's, and when Chad was there still.
It was chambered?
We didn't know that at the time, but it was like mint. And it was a black standard. It was beautiful.
Okay.
I was like, that's what I've always wanted. So like I took it home, I was like, I'm gonna try it, and I just could not like it. So Chad said the same thing, and then we let Guytronics borrow it for a little while, and he was like, man, you're something with this guitar. But
Well, he didn't know either. He just thought it was weird.
we didn't know anything about
Like
chambering.
no sustain. Like what was the thing? What was
we didn't know.
glitch?
It just didn't feel right. Didn't sound right. Maybe it was too light. You know, I don't know. Some people love chambering, but I've always liked Les Pauls because they were just
chunk of mahogany.
no resonance. You know, like it's just the flat thing. But I mean, I'm not going for real tony stuff. You know, I'm a drummer. That was like coming from being a drummer.
Yeah.
Because I didn't play guitar at all, and then like Metallica and all was doing that, and I was like, well, I can do that. You know? It's like drums, but down here. And I didn't know till like way later that I've been doing it wrong forever. But
Brant is not normal.
I'm not. I mean, you want to do a frontward slant, apparently. You know what everybody does?
No, not Brant.
I do the back, and it just felt right to me. Something with real strings on it.
No, just yeah.
And don't think I'm not trying those sevens. Oh, I'm trying.
They're coming out.
I just haven't yet. It's hot.
Not as hot.
Yeah. What are the pickups like?
Burst buckets.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know much about those. strings.
Oh, is it? See,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, I don't
but it's
like-
not cutting quite as much. As,
Well, I think it's the pickup.
yeah.
No, I like thick strings for rhythm. Like I'm
Yeah,
trying to bend
yeah.
strings and stuff.
Yeah.
My fingers have always popped off.
Yeah.
My fingers aren't strong enough. They're like, we're not making this round though.
No. It's got to be totally different.
Yeah.
Well, the cutaway is a little different. Like, I think there's some.
Yeah, it is. Well, they don't want to get sued.
Yeah, exactly.
10.5. Yeah, no.
Wow. Yeah.
He got basically the same tone out of that Yamaha. He's like, you can't play Slayer on the, and he did it.
If you hang it and put a strap on and hang, it's really hard to play standing up. So that sucks. But when am I going to play standing up?
And I wish I could get those rhythms that he can conjure up are
And
crazy.
I guess that's the drummer, and then
Yeah,
the right
I
hand
mean,
is just
man.
crazy. So we had a lot of fun, and it was really great to see the differences between different people's hands.
Yeah.
And to watch how that, same rig,
Yep.
same exact everything.
Nothing. I mean, we didn't change tone settings, nothing.
Right.
Zero the whole time. And then I left the tone settings and everything the same for the following week when I just went and,
Right.
plugged straight in again and just did the same thing with the three. I didn't have Brant's, but I have the Goldtop, the Heritage, and the Standard. So.
Pretty awesome.
So there it is. You've seen the same guitars in different folks' hands, same settings on the amps, nothing tricky, just volume going up and down, and the occasional step on an overdrive pedal, but for the most part, just a raw sound. Love to hear everybody's comments and what they think about the methodology, such as it was, and the different players, the different sounds, just a kind of an interesting off-the-cuff thing. You know, we didn't do a whole lot of planning behind it, just throw a bunch of guys in the room and let them play some stuff through the same rig.
Right. Definitely comment and tell us what your approach to guitar community is as well, because I really think that that's an important piece. It surely has been for me in this last couple of years, just being able to kind of gather people around you that think the same way and be able to talk on a regular basis. You know, one of the things with our text thread is that, you know, Brant will go to work and he'll get off work and there'll be like 50 entries, you know, and he's like, I can't catch up with this.
Right.
But it's still just, you know, fun to have there when you check in when you want to, and definitely keeps you fresh, I think. So.
Right. We just somebody will get an idea and see something on the internet, post a video, everybody will comment on it, or, you know, a particular player or piece of gear or whatever, just a joke or a meme or something. And yeah, like you said, it's fun, and the older we get, the less we're likely to hang out with people. And then this is kind of a great, to me, alternative to social media. You're not distracted by all this other stuff.
Correct.
And, it's pretty singular in function, and we're talking about mostly about guitar stuff. And
thanks again to Jim for being a part of this, and please go check his. We'll drop a link to not Bellwether Music Academy anymore.
I think it still is as of today, but yeah, he's changing the name.
Tonecast,
yeah.
Tonecast, and he's doing great work over there too. So
really good stuff. Some theory stuff about blues playing, and it's not just about gear. He's a great player, accomplished player, and he knows a lot. He's a really good teacher. So there's a lot of really cool content on there that's playing oriented rather than just gear. He does a lot of gear reviews too, but definitely something to check out.
And so yes, Les Pauls, thumbs up.
thumbs up. All right.
Oh man, whatever.
Let's make sure that's still recording. Yep.